Hi, everybody. I am starting a new series of chats with you guys, and I'm going to be actually revamping my Tuesday Talks with Wendy, just with the mindset that I really just want to get to you guys and talk to you a little bit about more about what my passion, and that is to get you guys healthy, to get you guys on a track of prevention, and so you can really go into our old age with some really good health and not have to worry so much about the disease process really ramping up and kicking in and taking over. So today I really wanted to just talk to you about something that I actually just learned about the other day, and it really kind of just hit home with the whole reason behind cleansing and detoxification. And it has to do with more toxins that we are finding. And this is a new term that's called obesogens. This is a new term that was coined back in 2006 by, I just want to get the name correct here, Dr. Bruce Lumberg. And he is a doctor out of the States, and he coined the term obesogen. And essentially, obesogens, like other toxins, like so many other toxins that we have, which is an environmental toxin that we are trying to avoid, trying to decrease out of our lives, try to rid ourselves of. This one specifically really targets our metabolism and our metabolic functioning. And this toxin itself really can lead to a lot of issues with regards to insulin resistance, resistant weight loss. So people that are really trying to lose weight and they can't, people that have extra unexplained kind of weight gain, diabetes, and obesity. So all these wonderful struggles that so many of you, myself, my clients, all sort of deal with on a daily basis. We get into things like xenoestrogens that really give us that imbalance with our hormonal levels and cause us to have the inability to lose weight, and really just kind of sticks with us and really doesn't allow us to get to where we want to be with our health specifically. And we get this specific environmental toxin through the chemicals that are found all over the place. So through pesticides on our food, okay, my pronunciation is very poor, so just stick with me here. Biphenyl, so the BPA and the BPF, actually, that is in our plastics and in our canned foods as well too. Heavy metals such as arsenic and cadmium and lead, and these are some of our major obesogens, and pesticides like through our food as well too. So the phthalates, the scented products that we bring into our home, so the scented candles, the air fresheners, shampoos, the chemicals and that make things smell good to us, are so very toxic to us as well too. And things that are flame retardant. So we have different chemicals that are put onto new clothes and that are quite flame retardant, but they are very toxic as well too. So these are different toxins that you really should be quite aware of and try to eliminate in our lives. So I mean, new clothes, you want to wash them, and washing through some really chemical-free products. You also want to, try to get away from the scented products as well too. So your scented candles, you want to go towards your more natural candles with the beeswax and soy-based candles. Air fresheners, you just want to eliminate them altogether. Going towards your essential oils. Essential oils are medicinal, especially if you're going to be spending some really quality money on your essential oils and getting premium ones. So I'm talking like the Young Living, I'm talking the doTERRA brands, the Melaleuca. These are really quality products. You're getting what you pay for. It's not just scents that are being added to oils. And it is they are medicinal at that point too. So looking for products that are that have um, that stamp of approval that it is a health product, that you really have them into your life. And other things like nicotine and high fructose corn syrup are also in this group of environmental toxins and MSG that you really want to avoid as much as possible. And unfortunately, we can actually be exposed to any one of these on a daily basis, and you really want to just try to avoid them as much as possible, because we end up really being exposed to these things on a daily basis and on a yearly basis and on a decade basis. It really does build up in our system. It builds up and it overburdens our livers, and it overburdens our detoxification organs to the point where they just can't do the jobs that they want to do. And especially as we get older too, because we're getting into women who are menopausal, that end up not being able to make estrogen from their ovaries. And then the burden goes on to, because we still make a little bit of estrogen even though we are menopausal, but we make the estrogen through our adrenals, so a little bit drips out from there to keep things going, but not enough. And because that extra burden is put on the adrenals at that point too, that it really does hinder a lot of other issues going on. And this is why we end up getting a lot of these symptoms that we figure are normal. Especially when it comes to women with PMS symptoms and menopausal symptoms. These are not normal. These are symptoms of a disorder or a dysfunction or a disharmony in the body that we want to remedy, that we want to get rid of. And one of the ways that we do this is through detoxification. And and a lot of times we can be as clean as we try. I mean, we eat as healthy as we can. We do all the things that we're supposed to do. But the thing is, even as we're born, we are behind the eight ball, because a lot of times, a lot of these toxins we're born with. Over like all of these toxins that I was telling you about, all these environmental chemicals and different things, they have found in umbilical cord blood. So a lot of these toxins we're being born with. And then you can get into the whole scenario where these toxins are coming through generations as well too. So toxins that we haven't even seen and have been banned for decades are still showing up in umbilical cord blood. And this is just coming through the generations and through the generations. And it is still infecting us, and it's still toxifying us, and still wreaking havoc on our endocrine system, on our gut, our brain health, our total like cardiovascular system, everything. It really does affect us on so many levels. And this is why I am so passionate about you guys really incorporating a seasonal detox, a seasonal cleanse into your system on a regular basis, because it is so very important. And we want to stop that chain of events. We want to stop that chain of re-intoxicating ourselves and our children as we get older as well too. So, stop that chain of toxins that were like banned from the 1950s. Get them out. So people that are going to be having babies in the future, men and women, they, don't pass that along as well to the next generations as well too. So like I said, all these chemicals that I was mentioning have been found in umbilical cord blood. Hundreds of chemicals. It's astounding, and it breaks my heart to see how many toxins we are actually bringing and giving off decade after decade. This is, these kind of these toxins are very much, they affect our hormones. Like I said, they affect everything in our bodies. Neurohormones, they affect us on so many different health levels as well too. So autoimmunity, thyroid health, neurodegenerative issues can be as a result of toxins that are in our system. So I'm going and I'm going there and, saying things like Alzheimer's, dementia. These are from different toxins that we have ingested and inherited through the years. Even behavioral and learning disabilities can be from toxins that we've taken in and brought in and been born with throughout the years. So these are really, really important things that we have to consider with regards to our health. It's the toxins. And then, of course, it's the individual. And because not every toxin is going to hit that same individual, it's hit everybody the same way. It really is a very bioidentical kind of situation, just like when we talk about nutrition. But it always, and it can show up as hitting that weak link. So if you happen to have a genetic disorder or a genetic disharmony going on, wherever your weakest link is, it is going to attack it, and it's going to wreak havoc on your health and express in that direction. So you really want to make sure that we are, like I said, eliminating as many toxins in our environment as well as within our bodies as well too. So it's just an ongoing thing that we really should be doing on a seasonal basis. I detoxify and cleanse on a seasonal basis. There is ways of finding out how much toxins you have. Like you can do a hair mineral assessment and figure out how many, like the cadmium, the arsenic, the lead, all these mercury, all these really hazardous toxins. You can find out what those levels are in your system, and then with the help of myself, go through a heavy metal detox. This is a very specific organ focused detoxifications that you really have to be supervised when you're doing something like this. But what I'm offering in the meantime for everybody in general is a seasonal whole foods cleanse that is something that I am so very passionate about, something that I really encourage everybody to do. And this spring, actually, I am going to have 2 versions of the spring cleanse that's going to be offered for everybody. It's not going to be offered until March 1st, and it's going to be offered for 3 months through that spring session that we're going through. And one is going to be basically like a do-it-yourself kind of sessions where you go through it. It's a 14-day session where you have a few days of about 4 days of kind of ramping into the detox or the cleanse itself, and then you have a full week of the cleanse, and then you have another full week of progressing and reintroducing foods back into your life. There's different techniques and different ways to deepen into the cleanse as well too. So incorporating saunas into your, that doesn't seem very hard to me. I love saunas. So incorporating saunas or infrared saunas into your protocols, working out a little bit, doing some mindfulness and meditation, skin brushing, tongue scraping, all these different things that are going to really incorporate and deepen your detox at the time. Now, I know that word detox really does scare people, and I don't want it to be. I want you to really get to hear that word and understand that it is a cleansing of the body, essentially. When I talk really deep detox, and this is organ detox, like we were talking about the heavy metal detox, and very specific. The second version of the spring cleanse this year is that program itself, which is a whole foods program. So you're going to probably be eating more food than you would normally. It's not a deprivation diet. It's not for weight loss. It is for cleaning up the body. So you're eliminating a lot of the hypoallergenic foods during this time, and you are just allowing the body just to relax and rest and really ignite the healing capabilities of its own. And we do that by just taking out gluten for a little while, taking out dairy for a little while. I'm not saying forever. This is not a forever thing. It's a lifestyle option that you should be incorporating for a lifetime on a seasonal basis, but it's not something that you have to, stop coffee and alcohol for ever, and never have a piece of bread again. That doesn't make sense. I mean, human beings, we love our bread, we love our carbs, we love this, we love that, we love cheese. We have a hard time giving up cheese. The thing is, it's just allowing the body to relax and not have to worry about these hard to digest foods for a little while. So like I said, that's a 14-day cleanse, whole foods cleanse. The other aspect of the cleanse that I'm going to be offering, and because now that we're opening up all over the place, to deepen into that cleanse a little bit, I'm going to be pairing it up with the Foot Detox, which is just something that really helps to stimulate the detoxification process while you're going through this as well too. So it doesn't necessarily draw toxins out of the base of your feet, because if you've done a foot detox or foot ionic foot detox spa yourself, that the water turns black. We've shown a lot of pictures. We'll probably show some more, but it's not actually toxins being pulled out. What it is stimulates and shifts the ions in your body from positive to negative, which allows for the parasympathetic nervous system to kick in and to really, allow for the detoxification of pulling out of the toxins out of the cells, and then move to the areas, your colon, to be excreted. So this is what this ionic foot detox does. So this is going to be something that is incorporated into the program. So like I said, there's 2 versions. And then with the second version, with the ionic foot spa, there's also an opportunity for you guys to get some homeopathic tinctures to go along with it. Now this is going a little bit deeper as well too, and there's 3 tinctures, one for cleansing of the liver, one for cleansing of the lymph, and one for cleansing of the kidneys. Now these are very, very, very gentle, very easy, low grade kind of tinctures that are incorporated, and just allowing, again, for the movement of the toxins out of the cells, and then allowing them to be released out of the body through the bowels. So this is going to be part of the second process that I'm going to have available for everybody that takes that second package. So you have 2 options. You can have the first package, which is just basically a do-yourself. I mean, you always have access to me to figure out what's going on, but it's pretty self-explanatory, and it's pretty do-it-your-own whenever you want it. Tons and tons of recipes, tons of information with regards to liver health and spring cleaning and all these wonderful things. But the second version is when you are going to be coming into the office, doing a foot detox, getting the opportunity to get these homeopathics. It's a detox kit from Nessman, that a company that I really, really promote quite a bit. It's the Biomed International products. Health professional grade products that are extremely affordable, but highly effective. And by incorporating all of these things together, it's going to really, really make a big difference in your health. But doing it on, 2 or 3 times a year, if not more, on a seasonal basis, is what you would ideally be doing to really give yourself that extra opportunity to really, give that preventative health measures into your life. I mean, we can, like I said, we can do all the things that we want to do, but we have to give that opportunity for the body to just rejuvenate, and to come to a place where your liver is happy, your kidneys are working properly, we're flushing all of the toxins out of our system. We don't want to retoxify ourselves, and this is when we end up really not feeling very well, because we re-intoxifying ourselves all the time with all these crazy toxins, and then they never get released out of our body. Our lungs are big detoxification organs. When we have some conscious deep breaths and releasing the toxins through our breath, allowing the toxins to be released through our skin by dry brushing, and as well through the lymphs, or moving the lymph with the dry brush as well too. Scraping our tongue, allowing some really good oral health, because our gut health begins in our mouth and everything else comes from our gut. So really just, layering upon layer of really good habits, and just incorporating that on a more regular basis is all that I ask you guys to do, because it is going to, down the road, it's going to make or break the difference, because we are all very toxic. We are all just ticking time bombs. We are all that loaded gun, and we have that option. We have that choice to be able to pull that trigger or not. And that's basically all I'm asking you guys to do. All right. So we will talk soon, and we'll talk more about toxins and ways to cleanse ourselves throughout this season. We'll talk to you soon.